Hi, this is speech 4, and this is my audience. Something near and dear to my heart is the issue of animal overpopulation, specifically companion animals like cats and dogs. Two major reasons why animal overpopulation is a problem is because of pet owners who fail to spay or neuter their pets, allowing for unwanted animals, and because of pet owners who no longer can care for them or don't want them any longer. But why should we care if there are thousands of dogs and cats sitting in an animal shelter that have no home? One reason you should consider is because your tax dollars are being used. According to the Oxford Lafayette Humane Society, $2 billion of U.S. taxpayer dollars are being spent each year to impound, shelter, euthanize, and dispose of homeless animals. There are two very simple ways that will help animal overpopulation. They are spaying and neutering and adopting. Spaying and neutering is the obvious reason, and one that you're probably most familiar with. It's important not only to help with unwanted animals, but there are several health benefits as well. According to PetMD, spaying a female cat or dog reduces the risk of breast cancer. It also diminishes the risk of developing a fatal uterine infection known as pyometra. Two benefits of neutering a male are that it reduces the risk of prostate cancer as well as hernias. My husband and I actually owned a cat a couple of years ago. She was a female, and we left her outside and we failed to get her spayed. So we ended up with several kittens that we didn't want and couldn't afford to get spayed. So unfortunately, they all wandered off, so we don't have them anymore. But that's why it's so important to get your cat or dog spayed or neutered so that you don't have that problem. Another way to help overpopulation is adopting animals from a shelter. This is impactful for different reasons. One reason is that two animals are actually being saved at the same time. Obviously, the animal you're adopting, and in turn, it allows the homeless animal to go to the shelter in need. Another reason is that animals are already healthy from receiving vaccinations when they arrive. Also, most, if not all, animal shelters require the animal to actually be spayed or neutered before adopting. So actually, you're really just killing two birds with one stone. Animal overpopulation seems to be a very unimportant issue, especially with everything that you see in the news today. But just to give you some perspective, here are some statistics from Oxford Lafayette Humane Society. 3 to 4 million of cats and dogs are euthanized each year. 6 to 8 million of cats and dogs enter a shelter each year. There are between 4,000 to 6,000 animals in a shelter in the U.S. There are an estimated 70 million stray cats and dogs living in the U.S. And an estimated 70,000 cats and dogs are born every day in the U.S. So how can you do your part in fighting animal overpopulation? Well, for starters, if you're thinking of getting a pet, consider adopting from a shelter and spaying and neutering them. When you do have a pet, if you're not into owning a pet, maybe you know someone who is considering getting one, and at least you could spread the word of spaying and neutering and adopting. Thank you.